In the Times, Lucy Letby, which is Carole and I have talked about before, there's a growing body of opinion saying that she's been wrongly convicted. But now parents of the children who died are saying, you shouldn't be saying this. It's really disrespectful to be questioning the court's verdict. Now, this is as this inquiry continues into how it all happened, and people have called for the inquiry to stop because if she's innocent, there's clearly no need for an inquiry. I don't know where to go with this, Darryl. It's a weird one.
It is, and I think that doubt is now baked into this story, isn't it? When you hear
Not
the word
Carole.
Yeah, perhaps not. When you hear the word Lucy Letby, though, now it was a byword for her horrendous crimes. It's now becoming, did she do it? And that's becoming the story. And I think, that's obviously, I can imagine, torture for the families. And now, I don't know, I'm fascinated by it. I think, like lots of people, I'm sort of struggling to get my head around the intricacies of it. It seems to me there is doubt in the trial process. It seems to me that we talk about sort of reasonable doubts, don't we, as being a really important part of the justice system. Is there reasonable doubt? Can you present reasonable doubt? It seems as though her legal team didn't do enough to present the legal doubt, and there were almost certainly, it seems, flaws.
But is it okay to question? Because Thirlwall, who's doing this inquiry, has already said, please stop questioning the verdict as if you should. But hang on a minute, we are allowed to question verdicts, aren't we? Birmingham 6, Guildford 4.
Well, but you could do it with every case that ever hit the court in that case. However, a lot of the people who are fighting for this is this panel of so-called experts. Some of them, those experts, have vested interests on this. Some of them have worked for that hospital. One of them at least has. But also, you cannot be saying someone is innocent based on zero evidence. They have no evidence. The judges have made clear, and the appeal court judges that have said that she is guilty, because we know it has been to the appeal court. The judges who said she was guilty said it wasn't just based on the expert evidence. It was based on the other evidence from the doctors, from the people who worked with her. So it was a judgment made in the round. So it just annoys me that this panel of experts, and you use the expression doubt, the doubt is baked in now, and it is on absolutely zero evidence. And people are now...
I don't think it is on zero evidence. I think
the guy who came over from Canada, Dr. Lee,
and they had every chance
paper was used by a prosecution witness wrongly, as it turned out. He shouldn't have used his paper because he's come over and said, that's not what my paper said.
No, the paper did say that. He updated the paper.
That's right.
That's exactly
right.
what happened.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
when the paper was used, but the thing is, the defence...
The guy who used it didn't bother to look at the update.
But the defence had the chance to call that guy, and they didn't bother to call him.
I think now we've got these. Look at this. These are protests outside the inquiry. This is going crazy.
I think it's interesting because you talk about this being about her innocence, and I don't think it is so much about her innocence as it is about the robustness of the justice system. Clearly, the prosecution here have made mistakes. This appears to have been if nothing else, it seems to be a major flaw in the pursuit of her and in the case that they made. But it's also about the robustness of the justice system. Can we trust the justice system? And this comes to every single one of us because if you, Carole, God forbid, are accused of a crime and you go before a justice system that is allowed to be flawed in the way that there appears to have been flaws here, then that's something that you would be doing very
we need to move on. We need to move on.
But it's also about the robustness of our NHS and the people in it, because they had multiple chances
and there are families
to suspend this woman and they didn't.
And there are grieving families.
Yes,
the killing stopped.
It's quite convenient if you get a shockingly bad hospital that they suddenly find a serial killer in there. It helps them, doesn't it?
It would suit them for Lucy Letby to be innocent because then they're not culpable.
No, it suits them for her to be
the
other way round. Suits them for her to be guilty because then it's not their shoddy hospital.
They're trying to prosecute.
They're trying to place the blame on an individual, whereas there are systemic problems that appear to have been overlooked.
Yeah. Okay.